Let's talk about the structure of the lips before I start working on them. The top lip can be thought of as having three main forms. If we look at the top lip from the front, it has a heart-shaped central tubercle, a padded or pillowy form on the left, and a pillowy form on the right. These can be thought of as elliptical shapes angled towards the center. The bottom lip can be thought of as having two pillowy shapes. If we turn the model's head to the left, look what happens to these forms. Here is the heart-shaped tubercle, but look, it's overlapped by the left pillow. The tubercle itself overlaps the right pillow. So this is an important overlap, showing that the tubercle is in front of the right pillow, and this is an important overlap, showing that this pillowy form is in front of the tubercle. On the bottom, we have this pillowy form overlapping this pillowy form. On some people, these separations are clearer than on others. What if we keep moving the model's head so that it's closer to the pose of your reference? Here's a pillowy form. It's in front of the central heart-shaped tubercle, which is shaped something like this from this perspective. I haven't mentioned much about the corners of the mouth yet. On the bottom lip, here is one pillowy form, and we can see a small section of the far pillowy form. Let's find these features on your reference. Here is the heart-shaped tubercle. Here is that pillowy form. It almost completely merges with the tubercle here. On the lower lip, here's one pillowy form, and we can see a section of the far pillowy form. On your drawing, it looks like you had this section of the far pillowy form, but I think maybe you erased it. We can just add that back in, and we can modify a few of these angles as well. If we picture a vertical line starting at the left edge of this shadow under the nose, it conveniently is exactly where this shadow on the lip starts. If we do the same thing on your drawing, we can see that you've placed this portion of the lip perfectly. We just need that far side of it as well. Once I add that, I notice that the chin can come forward a little bit. That actually gives it the additional space that it needs. Finally, I want to mention this shadow here, which is important for showing the forms of this area. This first curve is the curve of the lip. This is the flatter ridge of the lip, and there's a column-like form here that this curve of the shadow implies. I'll start there, defining that shadow a little bit. Creating more of the top of that heart-shaped tubercle here, just a slightly different angle. This line can be softened and lightened considerably. Let's create that far side of the lip. It also has a bottom plane here, that space between the bottom lip and the chin.